Hello everyone and welcome to tutorial 1, the basics. Today we're talking about where you can find MCreator, how you can download it, and how to set up your workspace, along with some basic information about procedures and variables. Where do you find MCreator? First, you start in your browser and you search MCreator, and you can go to the website. Once that is open, you just click agree. This we don't really care about. Then you see here a big button for download MCreator. But we go here, then you can see the version, which is 2025.1, and then you can click download, close, and here you will see MCreator 2025.1 for Windows. If you're not on Windows, you can find it for different versions such as Linux or Mac OS. Then you see an exe installer and a zip installer. The exe installer is more for like a app, so you can open it and it will always open the correct version. But the zip installer is what we will use. It's what I also use for my own mods. It's basically a folder where you have different versions and you can swap between them. So you can have a version for 1.16.5, for 202.5.1, for anything you probably need. So let's start with downloading that. Okay, you now see that's downloading and we'll be back when it's done. Okay, so it's finished downloading. Now, what you can do is on your desktop, you create a new folder. And you just name that MCreator, and I'll just name it tutorial for the sake that this is a tutorial video and I have my own MCreator file here. You open that up, and then you open the zip file that you have just downloaded. You'll see a beautiful folder in here. You just open that up, you drag this into your new folder that's on your desktop. It's going to copy all those files over, and then you see you have the beautiful MCreator version in here. You can close this up, you only have this folder up. You can even close the browser and then continue from here. Quick explanation on why we downloaded 2025.1. 2025.1 is the most stable new MCreator version up. There's also a snapshot for 2025.2, but it's kind of unstable and a lot of plugins, which we'll talk about later, are currently not available for 2025.2. I personally use 2024.4. It's a very stable version, and it allows for the Minecraft version that I personally use, along with a lot of the plugins that I use are available for that version. But let's continue. We will open MCreator, the .exe file. Now that's been opened, you can click New Workspace. Then you can pick between NeoForge, Fabric, Minecraft Forge, and a Killed mod. When you click on one of these, it will say plugin needed, because 2025.1 is currently not available for Fabric, Forge, or Quilt. So you can download, for example, a plugin for 1.20.1 Forge, which will allow you to make a mod for Forge. So let's say no, because we will be using NeoForge. Then you can name it, for example, whatever you want. I'll just do tutorial. Gotta spell that correctly. We can choose a version we want. We can go for NeoForge 1.21.1 or NeoForge 1.21.4. You can see that both are completely done. Same for this one. This one has a couple things missing, but you won't really notice. We will use 1.21.4. I personally like to change the package name to only the mod name. You don't need to do this, but it's completely optional. I just prefer it. Then click create. Now that your workspace is open, you can see this beautiful interface. Let's explore it. All the way on the left, you will see mod elements, resources, element tags, variables, and localization. In this tutorial we will only focus on mod element, resources and variables. Let's start with mod elements. You can see all these features when you click on the plus. You also have the edit selected mod element, duplicate the selected mod element, delete mod element, edit code, and lock/unlock code. Let's start with adding a new one. We'll start with an advancement. You can also see there are some shortcuts on here. So for example, if you click H, it will automatically do the advancement. Let's name the advancement tutorial. Advancement GUI name. This will be the name of our GUI in which the advancement will be shown. Let's just name it tutorial. Advancement description. Let's just say you have started following the tutorial. Good job. Advancement icon. You can choose any of the existing Minecraft ones, or you can upload your own. We'll use a diamond. Advancement background. You can use the existing one or import one of your own by clicking the plus. Advancement type, task, goal, challenge. Advancement parent, which is what will follow which you have to complete first before you can do this one. We'll just keep it on adventure time. Show toast when complete. This will be the pop-up that goes in the bottom right of your screen upon completion. You can reward the player with XP upon completing the advancement. Reward function, reward loot tables. You can explore some of these on your own by clicking the little question marks. Here is what we have for code. You can also use procedures for more advanced task cases, which we will also do. So here you see grant if all criteria below are met. We'll go to utility triggers and click custom triggers and put it below it. Now we can save mod element. And you can see you have your first own mod element made, the advancement. Now you click the plus again. You go to procedure. You give it a name. Advancement tutorial grant. You don't need to follow this name, you can also choose something yourself, but this just makes it a lot easier for you and other people that read your code to know what's going on. Create new. Here you can see event triggers, triggered by external call or when global trigger. Okay. No additional trigger. Let's change that. Let's make it a on player tick update. Now this procedure will be called 20 times in a second. And this only counts for the player, by the way, because it's on player tick. You can also do on entity tick update, but we'll just keep it on player because advancements are mostly for players. You have a lot of stuff here, but for ease you also have the search function, which will allow you to do advancement. So we'll grab this. Has event/target entity completed advancement, and then we can select all of these here, but your custom ones will always be at the top. So let's click tutorial. Then we'll go to flow control, grab the if block, put that below it, and put this in here. Then you can, for example, say if item and has item in inventory. Let's just use that one. Then you can click here, select the item. Let's just use diamond. Actually, let's use diamond block. It's not used in any other advancement to my knowledge. So if the player has the advancement and the player has a diamond block in the inventory, it will execute what we will put here. But this is not what we want. We want it to be when the player doesn't have the advancement. So let's go to logic, grab the not part and put it before. So if the player doesn't have this advancement, do this. Okay, that's good. Now we need to grant the advancement to the player. Player actions, add advancement to the event/target entity, which is the player. We click our tutorial, put that in there, and that's done. Also, if you want to see some other procedures, you can click here, and this is a lot of templates for procedures. You can just scroll through them on your own time and look at what you like. For example, rotating block. It's very complicated, but you can understand it when you look at it a bit more later. But there are a lot of them. Let's click Save Mod Element in the top right. You can see the tutorial and the procedure on the top right. Let's click the play button. It will start generating your Minecraft. Now, of course, this is going to take a little bit of time because it's the first time starting up your Minecraft. It will take less time the second time you do it, but also it will pop up this. You can just click allow. And Minecraft is opening. That was a lot faster than I expected. Now let's wait for this to start. Okay, that's good. Now you can see create test world. Let's just click that. Create world. Now we're in a beautiful Minecraft world. You can do the normal stuff, but let's not care about that. Let's grab ourselves a diamond block. Boom. Advancement made, tutorial. Dev has made the advancement tutorial. Your Minecraft account will be named Dev. That's just purely so you can't access stuff as Hypixel or any other multiplayer server on this account. Now if we go to this, you can see that it follows Adventure Time. Tutorial, you have started following the tutorial. Good job. Now that you know how to make an advancement, let's look at some other stuff. Alright, let's look at resources. You can import texture files and you can also create them in MCreator itself. You can just paint stuff. I'm not going to really try anything here. I'm also not a pixel art god like some other people. And then you can save them. This window will pop up. You can do a name, for example, tutorial. Very original. You can save it as a block, item, entity, effect, particle, screen, or other texture. Let's save it as an item texture. Save this texture. Now you can see textures for items and you see the tutorial texture. 3D models, you can import your own custom-made 3D models here, which we'll talk about later in a future tutorial. Model animations, sound files, structures, screenshots, and vanilla pack. Here you can find all of the vanilla Minecraft textures. It's very nice, for example, if you want to make any custom items, you can grab an iron sword, retexture it, send it out. Then you have the variables tab. We'll talk about element tags and localization in a future tutorial, but not needed for now. Variables are really handy in more advanced procedures, such as a countdown, a cooldown, an ability, all of the stuff. You can click add variable here. Variable name, let's name it tutorial. You can do variable type block state, which is for blocks, so you can save if the block, for example, an anvil, how many uses it has, if it's almost broken. For sand, you can just check if it's a sand block, a stone block, all that stuff. Direction, north, east, south, west. Item stack, you can save an item in here. For example, you want to make a backpack, which we'll also talk about in a future tutorial. You can save items into this variable so it won't go away. And you have logic, which is true or false. And then you have number, it's numbers. And string, which is a message. For example, hi, hello, just words or sentences, you can fit it in string. We'll keep it on string. Then variable scope. You can see global map. This is for the dimension you're in, and it will be synced across all players in the same dimension. Global session. This is for the entire session. So this is for entire world, the entire playthrough. Then you have global world. This is for all the dimensions in the world.
Then you have player lifetime. This will be saved until you die, then it's reset. And player persistent is for one player only, same with the player lifetime, and it will keep going even if you die. Let's keep it on player lifetime. And actually, let's put this on item stack. Now you can see tutorial, item stack, global map, item stack empty. You've made your first variable. Now that you've made your first variable, we can use this in later tutorials to go on about making a backpack, which will be the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go to my Discord, which will be linked in the description. See ya.